So this is a weird one. The build price in Platinum is 125 to actually buy it outright, so it can't be that good of a weapon. To build it, however, you need 2 Argon Crystals, 2 Nightingale Extract, 900 Polymer Bundle, 2800 Cryotic, which is quite a pain to get a hold of, and 20,000 credits. It does look pretty nice from the picture alone, but for only being 125 Platinum, I can't help but feel this thing is just going to be really bad. Comparing it, of course, to the Attica, looking at it, the Attica definitely does more damage. This thing, well, it was kind of expected. Nearly 20 less puncture, 5 less slash, 1.3 less impact, less damage. Doesn't bode well, but it does have a bigger magazine, quicker reload, faster fire rate, 35% status could come in useful. It does do more crit multiplier, but still has the 20% crit chance, so it's not looking that good. It's still a silent weapon, though originally it was a bug. It said alarming when it's not. It's a silent weapon. Better come with a decent polarity. Oh, V polarity, that's going to save some time. Thunderbolt does in fact fit on this as well. I checked on that earlier, actually. Just to double check there. There it is, so it definitely pops up. I can't put it in because I don't have any points to do so, but the fact that that will go in here means this could maybe actually be a decent weapon. People will strongly disagree with this, but the build I put on was basically Serration, Heavy Caliber, Thunderbolt, Split Chamber, Fast Hands. I went for the Corrosive cum Cold damage, so it's High Voltage and Malignant Force, as well as Rhyme Rounds, which did increase the puncture to 612.8. The Elemental stuff, I've got 980 Corrosive, but, and this is where people will strongly disagree with me, I didn't see the point in going for 2 types of elemental combos. I went for the Fast Hands over going for 100% status, so this thing only has 99.9% status chance, which is just really weird, considering it has the 3 mods in, and I've thrown in Split Chamber, which is multi-shot. Another thing people won't agree with is the Heavy Caliber, and that was put in simply because this thing, I didn't find it that useful at range, and it's not that accurate at range anyway, because the rounds have fall off over distance anyway, so Heavy Caliber just worked. And it did take the base damage for the puncture from 377.6 to 612.8, as well as the corrosive. Instead of it being 604.2, it's 980.4, so yeah, definitely throwing the Heavy Caliber on there. Thunderbolt because, well, why not? It's technically a bow, but it's also weird because it uses rifle ammo, not bow ammo, which I thought was also pretty goddamn weird. The reason I went with Fast Hands instead of anything else is if I take it off, it was 2.5, with it on it's 1.9, and the biggest downside I found to this, considering they did fix it, it did become a silent weapon, because originally it was an alerting weapon, it was changed to a silent weapon, which was great. Thunderbolt, of course, nullifies the crap out of it being a silent weapon, because as soon as it detonates, it notifies everybody and becomes an alarming weapon. So, yeah, kind of ruined the silent part of this by putting Thunderbolt in, but the biggest problem I had with it was it just seemed to be really sluggish on the reload. Hence, I didn't go that 0.1% of the status to get it to 100. I would rather have it reload faster than add a little bit more damage to it, because while you're reloading with Fast Hands on, you could be shooting, which I just thought was a lot better for this thing, because I tried it. To be honest, I found against the Grenier this thing was a lot better. The Corpus and the Infested, it's good against the Infested if there's a lot of them, because the Thunderbolt is there. It made it great for crowd control. But I can't help but compare it to the Attica, because obviously The attica was just a bigger, better version. And that's where things started to get a little weird. People keep comparing the two. If you were to split it and say the new one is a status-based weapon, the attica is a crit-based weapon, I got it to 59.6, I do believe it was. With heavy caliber in there as well, the puncture also goes to 765.2, so it does more physical damage. Its status, however, was rubbish in comparison. So if you say the new weapon is a status-based weapon and leave the attica as a crit-based weapon, so you can't really compare the two, you can. The attica it does more damage, but it doesn't do as much status damage. Whereas the new one, being more status-based, you look at it from a status perspective, it's more fun. The attica was boring when it first came out. Then they said you can put Thunderbolt on it and oh, it became so much more fun. This, bit me tongue, started life as a status-based weapon you could put Thunderbolt on, which just made it's a lot of fun to actually use, as long as you don't think of it as a end game weapon, think of it more as a run around and shoot everything style weapon.